桜子さん、それ
人間の頭蓋骨だが
Since childhood, the woman has been fascinated by human bones, to the point of losing interest in the living. As a specimen collector, only the lifeless corpses truly ignite her passion. Shotaro, her companion, always seems to find dead bodies whenever he's around Sakurako. One day, while they were digging up animal remains by the seaside, they unexpectedly discovered a human skull. Sakurako couldn't let go of it. She examined it closely, noting that it was incredibly well preserved, and the most important part, the sphenoid bone, was almost undamaged. Shotaro was confused, but Sakurako seriously explained that the sphenoid bone was the most crucial part of the skull, located exactly where she was pointing. Her professional, calm explanation only made Shotaro shiver with unease. Sakurako, however, was unusually excited. This type of skull was not something she had in her collection. Shotaro realized she wanted to keep the skull for herself. Sakurako confirmed it, and Shotaro strongly resisted, thinking it was the remains of a shipwreck victim. But Sakurako dismissed this theory. She pointed out a hole in the skull, caused by a blunt instrument, and suggested it was more likely a homicide. From the curvature of the parietal bone, she deduced that the person was a woman aged between 25 and 30. While Sakurako continued to study the skull, Shotaro decided to call the police. By the time Sakurako snapped out of her focus, the police were already on their way. She felt that Shotaro was meddling and, even when he tried to advise her, she had already claimed the skull as her own. It was clear, escaping wouldn't help. Even when the police arrived, she refused to hand over the skull. The officers quickly concluded that this was likely a criminal case. Sakurako calmly countered their argument, suggesting that the skull belonged to someone from over a century ago based on the dental wear and severe cavities. Still, the police insisted they had to follow protocol and take her in for further investigation. On the way to the station, one officer mentioned that 3 bodies had been found that day, and a man and woman had been ruled as suicides. Sakurako questioned the reasoning, but the officer claimed the couple's hand-holding was enough to confirm it. She immediately asked them to stop and walk to the crime scene, putting on gloves. She quickly examined the bodies and concluded that the deaths were staged to look like suicides. She demanded an autopsy, leaving everyone speechless. When questioned by the detectives, Shotaro quickly explained that Sakurako's uncle had been a renowned forensic expert who had assisted in solving many cases. The police decided to trust her judgment for the time being. Back at the station, Sakurako explained her reasoning, from the hand-holding position and the direction of the knot, to the lack of drowning reflexes, all signs pointing to homicide. The autopsy would reveal if there was fluid in the lungs. But as Sakurako hurried to leave, Shotaro discovered that she had secretly hidden the skull. That night, they encountered a barefoot child named Ai-chan, who couldn't remember her address but had bloodstains on her backpack. Sakurako intervened and deduced that the bloodstains were from an adult woman's hand. She also noticed abnormal fracture marks on Ai-chan's arm, indicating prior medical treatment. The police traced the medical records, only to find the address was a forgery. At a critical moment, a girl appeared, confirming that she knew Ai-chan. Using the girl's real name, the police finally pinpointed the address. They arrived at the house, which was filled with the smell of death. Sakurako discovered a woman lying in a pool of blood. She quickly deduced that the woman hadn't been alone and that there was likely a baby in the house as well. In the end, she found a hidden compartment beneath the body where the baby had been concealed. At that moment, the real killer appeared.